All right. Well, good morning, everyone. I have 9:02 a.m. It is another fantastic Monday morning at Health Plan Markets. Today is July 11th, 9:02, and we are ready to rock and roll. Another week here, fresh new month, and back at the Monday calls. Thank you guys for your patience. Fell behind on uploading the videos, but it seems like I've got everybody uploaded for the last few weeks. So if you missed any calls, please make sure that you jump back into the YouTube and you can get caught up with all the great stuff that's happening across HPM. This morning, we're going to have a special guest from Spark Advisors. They're our new partner that has most recently helped us with United Healthcare. And I have John Mullen that's going to be joining us just a little bit later to talk about all the great stuff that you have access to with our partnership. So very excited to share that with you. But as we normally start the call, we are here to improve the lives of our community with affordable health care. So thank you for being a part of that mission. Very much appreciate it. And just in case you're hearing some noises in the background here, they're fixing our AC unit. So lots of fun stuff happening this morning at our house, but we're keeping it moving. So let's get started. As you know, it is training season right now. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. As many of you know, AHIP has been launched, and they're also launching quite a bit of the carriers. So I'm going to talk about that this morning, what carriers are live and how to go about recertifying and getting started. Don't fall behind because there is going to be a lot of recertification this year. AHIP is taking just as long as it always has, about 3 to 5 hours, depending on how fast you move through it. So please make sure that you're setting time aside to get those trainings and certifications done. So it's a light week this week. You'll see this morning we've got 2 trainings. Our marketing match program is still up and running. So if you're interested in learning more about how to get that marketing match set up, please make sure that you jump in that webinar. That's today at 10. Also today at 10 is Know Your SEPs, and we're going to talk more about that. Special election periods, yes, we could still write business. Humana is hosting a class today at 10 o'clock if you want to learn more about SEPs. And by the way, the SEPs are by carrier specific. So each carrier has their own little tips and tricks on how to get somebody enrolled today and not having to wait until October. So Humana is going to share their tips and tricks on how you can help somebody with their special election period. So you got to know your SEPs if you are looking to continue to grow your business throughout the rest of the year. Also today at 11 o'clock, the coffee and chat sessions are happening for Devoted. So if you are interested in talking to somebody at Devoted, getting your questions answered, they're going to be available at 11 o'clock today. Moving on to tomorrow, Tuesday, the 12th, WellCare's got some face-to-face trainings. These are very, very helpful. So both of them are, well, there's quite a few tomorrow. So there's one at 10 o'clock in the Orlando market, and that one is in English. There's another training in English as well at our Zephyr Hills location on Gull Boulevard. WellCare will be in the neighborhood there with Gus Torres. That's tomorrow at 10 o'clock for both of those. If you prefer your WellCare training in Espanol, in Spanish, at 11:45 tomorrow, one in Orlando and the other one at the Zephyr Hills office. The one in Orlando is going to be at the WellCare office on Colonial Drive. In case you guys were, if you're familiar with that, you guys should be good to go and know where that is. If you don't, the address is in the training calendar. So just jump in there and you should be able to get that going. Moving over to Wednesday, why Devoted? If you have kind of thought about offering Devoted, or maybe you signed up for Devoted and haven't really sold one yet, this is going to be a great training. That's going to be Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Jump in there. You can register. Also on Wednesday, the 13th, you have WellCare PPO training. Good point here. A lot of people forget that WellCare has a really, really great PPO product for 2022, and then moving into 2023, it's one of the most competitive angles that the Medicare Advantage industry is taking is on those PPO products. So pay attention to that, jump in there and get familiar with WellCare's PPO product. Last training for the week, again, it's a bit light because we should be focusing on our AHIP and research. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Devoted is doing another coffee chat. This one's for the Jacksonville location area. Pay attention there if you're in Jacksonville and need a little bit of TLC with Devoted. Thursday at 11:30, you've got a coffee and chat session available. You can jump on that, and they're glad to answer any questions that you might have. That's the training for the week. Please make sure that you keep one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times. In order to be experts to help our clients, we've got to know what we're talking about. So make sure that you're attending these training classes. Some of them are being recorded, some of them are not. So just know which ones are not being recorded so you don't miss them. This is a very good time of year to get upgraded in your gray matter, and making sure that you know what you're talking about for your clients. So spend the time, get that done, and we'll continue on our way. All right. WellCare, some news on WellCare. WellCare has officially sunsetted the Agent Connect portal. This was the old portal system that they were using prior to the Evolve system that they've now adopted and started using. Excuse me. You've got Centene, which is basically created their workbench. You all have been sent an email with login information on how to get into your WellCare portal. It's really important that you spend time figuring out these portal systems, getting in, saving your username and password, getting familiar, because you don't want to be fumbling around that during AEP, trying to figure out commissions or trying to order kits or any of that. You want to get familiar with the portal system. So officially, WellCare's Agent Connect has been sunsetted, and all the information now lives on the Centene workbench. So please make sure you're familiar with that, save that, and get going. Good news on recertification. A lot of carriers have already started launching their certifications, and specifically we're going to talk about Anthem this morning because this is a really cool thing. Anthem is starting to consolidate a lot of the plans that are out there, like in Florida specifically, talking about the consolidation of the health plans and the recertification process. So as of this year for 2022, Freedom, Optimum, Simply, AmeriGroup up north, and HealthSun are all one certification. I repeat, that is all one certification with Freedom, Optimum, Simply, AmeriGroup, and HealthSun. So the information on how to recertify is exactly the same. It's the same portal. It's the same login. It's the same test. It's the same certification. All of it is the same. Okay. So there is no separate test for Freedom and Optimum this year. If you certify for Simply, you automatically get Freedom and Optimum. Now, here's an asterisk. This is very, very important. Just because you certify does not mean you're ready to sell. Let me repeat that. Just because you certify does not mean you're ready to sell. What that means is that you've completed the certification. However, you still need to be contracted. We're finding out that there's quite a few people that are contracted with Freedom and Optimum, but not contracted with Simply Healthcare. Now, you can complete the Anthem certification and complete the certification for Freedom, Optimum, Simply, AmeriGroup, and HealthSun. But if you do not have a contract, if you are not contracted with either of those carriers, then you will not be ready to sell. You could be ready to sell with Freedom and Optimum if you've got the contract and then do the certification. But just because you do the certification does not mean you're ready to sell for Simply. You must complete a contract. So this is a really good opportunity for some folks that were thinking about adding an additional plan, especially Simply Healthcare this year. We've pretty much leveled the field for them. They've got they're on HPM Shop. They have an incredible DSNP plan, great chronic condition plans, and now you don't have to do a separate certification every year. It's automatically baked into your Freedom, Optimum, Simply, AmeriGroup, and HealthSun. It's all one certification now, which makes our lives a lot easier. So HealthSun is in South Florida, Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties. So if you're doing business down there, that is now one certification with the Freedom Optimum Simply as well. So all that is one clean certification, which is easy, fun, and really excited to share that with you. Just make sure that you're contracted because you will not be able to write those carriers without the actual contract in place. So reach out to Jessica or Sam, and they'll be glad to launch those contracts for you. And then once you have the contracts, you should be good to go if you've already completed your certification. So there it is. Do want to share with you our new gold key. This is where we're keeping all of our great stuff that we have been compiling for you. The one thing I'm going to spend time on this morning is the recertification links. So if you let me go ahead and share this with everybody on the call. I did send this out last week, so just check your emails. But I will put this in the chat for everybody. This link will take you to all the good stuff that I'm sharing on my screen right now. So make sure that you save that. But in the recertification, this has your AHIP. This has all the AHIP links that we were able to find from Aetna to WellCare. And then as the recertifications have come out, we've got them all in one place. So the link is the actual health plan. So you just click the link there. And then if there's any additional information, such as United Healthcare, they've got a video for how to recertify or how to certify. Simply's got some job aids, and Humana's got some great stuff in there too, just to kind of, there's a video here. So just to kind of help you understand how to do what you got to do. Okay. So all of it now is in one place, one link. And as we update it, you will have the most up-to-date information. So as the recertifications come out, these are little drop downs. So you just open that up in case it's closed, open it up, and you'll see exactly what you need to do. If there's nothing underneath, just click the link there. That should be pretty self-explanatory on how to get recertified and ready to go. So make sure you save that link, and we will get you going for recertifications. Also in here is a lot of great stuff. Again, I sent out a video to everybody. Just take a look at that video, and you can see all the great stuff that we've got going on there as well. Pre-order kits, please make sure that you know how to get in and pre-order kits. It's really important that you do that. We may have some logistics issues during AEP. We've experienced that last AEP where kits were sparse or few and far between. Orders were backed up. Prepare yourself, anticipate what you're going to be selling, and get stocked up in inventory. Keep it in your basement, in your garage, in your car, wherever you're keeping it. Make sure that you're ordering kits and getting all that organized. Okay. Most of the carriers have instructions on how to do that. And then look back into our knowledge center under important links, such as Care Plus. We've got important links here, and then we're loading these links in. And there's how do you order kits with Care Plus. So pretty organized, easy to get to, and there it is. The last thing I wanted to share with you guys this morning, as you know, CMS is now requiring that we are recording calls. And this has been a topic of conversation over the last couple of months here. As it stands, this is still going to be a requirement, although there's a fight here. So if you're interested in signing a petition against having us brokers record calls, you can go to this website here at change.org and sign the petition. I'm going to leave that in the chat as well. So I'll go ahead and drop that in. Sorry, it's a long link. See if we can find a better link here. Let's see. There it is. So I'll find this link here and pop it into the chat here. And if you're interested in signing the petition, please go ahead and do so. It looks like I might be having an issue with sending the link out. I'll keep trying. But if not, you can go to change.org and type in agents and brokers against CMS call recording, and you can sign the petition there if you are against having your calls recorded as an individual. Again, this was geared towards call centers, but it looks like we got wrapped up into this thing. And so, if you're against it, I get it. You can go ahead and sign that, and hopefully it goes to the right people. So with that, I do hopefully have a special guest on the line, John Mullen from Spark. John, do I have you?
Roger that. I'm here, Justin. How's it going this morning?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thanks for being on video, and really appreciate you being here. And so, guys, John is one of the newer team members of Spark, but comes with an array of knowledge in the business and some great tech tools and tricks. And this is why we partnered with Spark. And so we're really, really, really happy to have John here because he's our hands-on day-to-day coach and guru on all great things that Spark is bringing to HPM. So without further ado, John, I'm going to turn it to you, and I'm going to give you some screen share ability here in a minute so you can share any great stuff that you might have.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Justin.
You
And
got it.
HPM team, thank you for having me this morning. I'm super excited to be here. It's been a little bit of a few weeks or maybe a month plus coming, and I'm psyched to be sharing with you guys all what we're doing here at Spark, how we want to help you all as agents elevate your business and also give better support and service to your clients. That's what we're all about here at Spark. So just to kind of give us a background. Spark is actually I'll share my screen too, just to kind of give you all.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can. It should be at the bottom. It just says share there, but it looks like I might be having an error here. So I'm gonna
You guys see it
keep
now?
trying. Yeah, you should. You see it?
I'm able to share. It says that I'm sharing. I don't know if you can see it on your end.
I can't, but
I'll stop and try it again.
okay. We should. Yep, there we go. It's starting to do something.
How about now?
Yep, looks good.
Awesome. Cool. So yeah, so what we are at Spark, we are a team of tech creators and then us agent support and help desk to help you all support your clients. Really, we do that in sort of a two-pronged system. We have our own in-house platform that works as a CRM that communicates with our agent help desk, and we also run retention and engagement programs for your clients that you can opt in on. Really, what this is all about is our team. We have a team of what we call agent navigators and client navigators that are sort of health experts in navigating the healthcare system, specifically within Medicare, and providing both agents and their clients support in figuring out what their service is in and answering any challenges that anyone may have. So we're going to be partnering with HPM to provide you access to our platform and our resources. So I'm just going to go through a little bit about what that all entails. The first thing I'll just drop in the chat here is this is our client-facing site. It's called tryspark.com, and Justin did create in the HPM key gold key. There's a link to a lot of this in there, and Justin, I have some other things that we can add for you, but
awesome.
Here's just a little bit of our landing page to give you an idea of what we do. And so really the thing that I think is going to be a big part of leverage for the HPM agents is using our support team and our member engagement program. So what does that entail? So here what I have here is just a little bit of an idea as to what the different types of programs we can do for you. We start by just doing personalized outreach and AAP information gathering plans. Really, it's calling your clients, sending them postcards, even following up with you on their behalf to have you follow up concerning any appointment scheduling, provider research, really all across the board. And the service levels are totally ranging from having us being able to reach out and contact your clients on behalf of, in partnership as you, their agent. All of our branding appears with you as their agent, reaching out as your partner or on behalf of you. Or you can opt in to work with us in terms of us following back up with you if you prefer us not to reach out to your clients. So how does that all work? There's a few different ways, but the jumping off point for that is our Spark platform, which we have an in-house team that is building this out in collaboration with our agent partners. Really, the core and nuts and bolts of this platform is our healthcare focused CRM. So you can store all of your clients' information. Generally, this works in pulling your book of business from your carrier portals, sending that over to us, and we'll upload it into your account. And all of these accounts here will have Medicare specific information all pulled in for each of your clients. This is everything from what plan they're currently on, who their healthcare providers are, any prescriptions, pharmacies, conditions that they may have, and then simple things like adding notes, saving files, things of that nature. So once you send that over, we upload that into you, and in each of your clients' healthcare profiles will be uploaded into the Spark platform. And this is really the jumping off point for the most basic way that we can support you, which is via our support request. So our agent navigator team, they're all non-licensed. They're focused on generally providing support for you and your clients. Think of it as sort of a back help desk. And our team really works in all different types of issues. And really the jumping off point for that is you're able to, with our platform, send support requests into our team to execute any sort of support that you may need for your clients. So if I click on create support request here, this is going to queue up, essentially making a ticket with our team for sending in a request that you may need. So the first thing that I want to clarify is we always ask you who you'd like us to follow up with. This is a big point of focus for us, for our agents that choose to be the intermediary between us and their clients at all times. And here you can just clarify if you'd like us to reach out to the beneficiary, you as the individual agent, or if you'd like us to reach out to a different point of contact. It could be anyone from a spouse to a conservator or a child, really across the board. And to kind of take you through this workflow, if you were interested in submitting a request for, let's say, a client reached out to you with some questions on billing, you'd be able to plug that in here. We have a list of suggested things that we help with fairly often, but we also welcome any other issues or challenges that we may be able to help with that's outside of this list. Ultimately, we say, ask us and we'll let you know, but we're always going to try to find a resolution for you. Some other things that we do tend to focus on are things like billing support, provider search, plan research and support. This is really big for AEP, so we can help with your prospects' plan research if you do have their health profiles completed and say, hey, this client is really focused on continuing to have a relationship with this provider. Can you give us research on what carriers may be best option? That type of thing is totally available. Even things like appointment scheduling and Part D prescription assistance. Those are all the things that we find are most frequent. But just to kind of take you through the workflow here, if we plug in billing support, we'll automatically pull up whatever plan is pulled into that client's profile. We can clarify that there, click on continue, and then we'll just clarify all the request details that you'd like us to plug in. So this is everything from James has received the attached bill from his provider. We're under the assumption that this is covered. Can you reach out to confirm? And then even providing additional details like, please follow up with James on Thursdays after 5, or please ask for his wife when you call in, or please let them know that you're reaching out on behalf of me. Really any sort of like personalized details that we can do to provide best support for you, or simple things like just reach out back to me as soon as you can. And then once you click on submit and save, that sends it into our team and creates a ticket in your account, which our team will get working on and will provide a first action on within 1 business day and shoots for a resolution of 3 business days for our tickets. So kind of ranging on something simple like reaching out to a provider, we can usually get those answers pretty quick, but some other things concerning reaching out to clients or handling billing issues, they take a little bit longer. So that's kind of a simple just way in which our team can provide you with support to take things off of your plate, to focus on working with your clients or, growing your business, so on and so forth. I pulled up a ticket here just to give you an example of how this would behave once you've submitted it in. Our team will follow up here with notes on each step that's taken to resolve that issue. You'll receive emails and notifications whenever we've done something on that ticket. And that's really the jumping off point for creating clarity and giving our team as much information to you as the agent on what's currently going on within that issue, that particular issue. Our team will also work on updating if they do reach out to your clients via phone or email and they gather new information about your client. They will work on updating and notifying you if there's any new information concerning your client, like if they are on a new prescription or if they do ask about working with a new provider. Our goal is to give you as the agent the most clarity on everything that's going on with your clients as possible. Any questions on that, Justin? Anything come through?
Well, what I will say is, guys, this is like having an assistant for your book of business. And I know some of you have utilized Kim's service, and this is like Kim times 10. Because now, and correct me if I'm wrong, John, you have folks that are bilingual.
Yep.
That are able to speak both English and Spanish. Is there any other languages that are available at the moment?
Currently not yet. And the next one we're working on is Mandarin. So we're going to be hiring someone on the phones for Mandarin. And then the other thing I'm going to show you too, which is another big one, we do written outreach and engagements as well. And those are coming in Spanish as well. So we'll be fully bilingual in our support in terms of English and Spanish.
It's amazing because now you have somebody that can help with customer service issues, taking that off your plate for AEP. But plan research is huge. Hey, they're having an issue with their plan. I'm going to have to change it, but I need to find all the doctors. So that takes a lot of time and energy. So that's a really big lift. And then you had said Part D help, and I'm assuming that's LIS applications. And do you do anything with Medicaid?
Yep. We cover Medicaid as well. So we cover that across the board. Really med sups to kind of all we'll support all of your beneficiaries' needs there.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So I see a couple questions come in. Gail asks, can we upload a CSV file? Yes, I'll cover the process of uploading. I'll cover the whole onboarding process. I don't know how long this meeting goes for. I do have one other thing to show you. I don't want to keep
I know. Yeah, I know it's a super high level, but here's the deal, guys. And I know you're going to have tons of questions on this. John and I are working on a webinar series, so we're going to be setting that up in the near future. And we're going to go deep dive. We're going to spend like an hour and a half going through the platform and all the great things that we have. So if you have questions, that's awesome. Bring them to the webinar. I'm hoping to have the webinars launched at the end of this week or possibly next week. And then we'll have all the instructions on how to get started. If you just can't wait, please shoot somebody an email at HPM and we'll get you set up right away. Jonathan would be our guy, and then he'll shoot it over to John, and we'll get you rolling. So we don't want to slow you down, but we are going to have some deep dive sessions on the Spark platform. So go ahead, John. It's all yours.
Yep. Awesome. And then I do see Rosaline Coffee asking about requests. We will accept requests. We do have we have a language preference. You see it right here. And we gauge our next sort of intake on support based on what we're getting in language preferences. So that's usually how we approach it, just to kind of cover the things that we have most common in the platform.
Awesome.
The next thing I want to cover quickly is our member services program. This is actually linked in the HPM Gold Key page, which is really great. I was super excited to see that. And what our member services program is that it's a free opt-in service in which our team can run your client engagement programs with our support team as the jumping off point for communicating with your clients. So what this looks like is we run a series of engagements throughout the year. Everything from initial postcards, getting in touch with your clients as you, the agent, with your photo, your title, your phone number and information, introducing our services and how we can help. Our member services support line is a line that your clients can call into to ask questions concerning anything that they have going on, which can kind of take you out as the intermediary if you'd like. We also have a email line here at help@sparkadvisors.com that just engages your clients, gives them an idea of what we are and how we can help and how we work with you. as their agent. We also run AEP engagement programs. This is a really big one. We're working on this right now. We have this program in both English and Spanish, as I mentioned, and we're offering fully white labeled engagements with just your name. If you'd like to add in a logo, change the color scheme, kind of across the board. And these are essentially information gathering surveys that pull your clients' info back into the Spark platform for you. So back into that client profile here to give you an idea as to who your focus points are for AEP. Who are those clients that maybe need more plan research? Who are those clients that maybe are ready to re-enroll? And this kind of puts that work off of your plate in terms of engaging, and puts us into getting that face time with your clients to gather that information for you. I'm sure there's a lot of questions on that. There's a lot more to come there.
That you should be screaming from a rooftop. I mean, that's like the most awesomest thing, if that's a word, the most awesomest thing that I could think of. Because basically, here's what happens, guys. These guys send out a postcard, and it's a survey for your book of business, and they will tell you exactly who is going to change their plan in AEP. I mean, that's going to save you tons of time trying to figure out, like, okay, who do I go see first from pre-AEP to AEP? So if you got a book of business, like, this is a huge time saver, and then you know who's going to stay, and then if there are any customer service issues, they can address that and get it to you. I mean, it's basically massaging your book of business and prepping it for AEP. It's outstanding. It's amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping on that, Justin, too. And those postcards go out end of September. So we're trying to front load as much work as you can from that information gathering stage as possible. So that way, when you get into AEP, you can focus on resolving any potential issues and also getting new enrollees, right? That's sort of the double-edged sword there. Jumping off from that, we also send 90-day engagement, 90-day sort of plan onboarding engagements that after your clients have been on their plan within 90 days, we'll reach out and ask if they have any questions, if they want to make sure any providers they want to work with are covered in that plan, kind of across the board. And then we do things like just monthly newsletters that are lifestyle newsletters from you as the agent that are just checking in and sort of staying in that mind share as sort of their support system. And then we also have, this is the one thing that costs, but we do provide handwritten birthday cards for clients too, if you'd like. So this is a total opt-in. My thing works a little slow when I share my screen, but this is an opt-in service that we can do handwritten birthday cards for all your clients. We send them out about 10 days before their birthday, so that way it comes in your name with your return address, fully appears as something that was sent by you as their agent. Those come at costs of $225 per card. But that's sort of just a really large overview of the member services program. This is an opt-in service, so certainly not required to us working at Spark. Ultimately, we respect all of our agents' business and however they'd like us to interact or not with their clients, but really we just want to help you provide better service to your beneficiaries and help them navigate this wild and wacky world that we call Medicare. So unless there's any questions on that, I'll just kind of cover a really quick overview of the onboarding process, and then we can finish up.
Yeah, go for it.
Cool. So this is sort of just a little flyer on our onboarding program. I'll zoom in a little bit. Essentially, this contracting phase is done. The team at HPM has been awesome at getting this sort of moved forward. And then the next thing we work on is getting you access to your platform. So we have a terms and conditions in BAA. Terms and conditions is essentially delineating the respect that we have for your book. So you own your data and your clients. We do not have any sales representatives on our team or anything like that. It kind of covers that board there. That is linked in your Gold Key site. And then the BAA is the HIPAA coverage that's all built into that one there. You'll log in, you'll be able to add your business information, your photo, your business address, any sort of business links that you have. We make agent profile pages for you. So that's something that we can create for you as well. And then you'll upload your data. So we have a sort of data upload process where you can submit your CSV files from your carriers. We'll go ahead and add all that information into your account for you. So we take that work off of your plate. And then you're ready to get up and running. So generally that process takes about a week and a half to 2 weeks, depending on how quickly you get us your book. And then you can opt into our services program and then use all the other, we have plenty of other great features in our platform too, and we're always building that out. But you'll be able to kind of be up and running with our platform once we have those clients added into your into the system for you. So that's basically how we're going to do this. Justin, you want to jump in on that?
Well, I'll just say that I got a text message from my good friend Eva just now, and she goes, I hope this really becomes true, because we've been talking about building this for a couple of years, and we have parts and pieces at HPM already. But Eva, it's live. This thing is live. It works. Spark's been doing this for about 2 years now.
Yep.
And so this is not their first rodeo. They've learned a lot. And it's customizable to you, which is like awesome. For us, our ability at HPM is limited by our resources and our people, right? And so by adding Spark as a partner, they've been able to 10 times that by having that member service department that we were going to build, but it would take us 10 years and $10 million. Instead, James and John and their team have already built it. It's here. So rather than waste any time and money and pitfalls, they've got it live. And the biggest thing you could do right now, guys, is if you are interested in getting started, you don't want to wait for the webinars, just send John an email, John Minotti, our John, an email, and he'll connect you. There's a terms and conditions, and then John will get you set up. The biggest thing that you can do right now is get your book of business organized, because without that, none of this is really going to work. So I understand you might have your book at different carriers. You might have it at Humana, United, Care Plus. If you don't have it centralized, that's okay. We could help you. But we're going to try to pull as much of that data, and don't worry about it being messed up, or, the team at Spark will clean it up and make it nice and pretty for you. And then you have a centralized CRM system that just runs on everything that John is sharing with you today. And again, we're going to go in deeper with this platform. We're going to have lots of sessions on it. And if you're not as tech savvy, John will spend one-on-one time with you once you're up and loaded. So, this is huge. I don't know of any other company that's offering this and gives us the leverage to really up your game. So yeah, that's my 2 cents there, John.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
And just to kind of jump off to the export process, we have walkthroughs for all the carrier portals here too. They're step-by-step broken down into click here, log in. So we do have some resources for you. In addition to me and my team are happy to set up a call, and we do some open office hour sessions on that too. So that's definitely the initial lift that we sort of want to help support as best we can.
Yeah, and another thing to add to that is many of you are thinking, okay, this is great for my book of business, but how am I going to grow, right? Guys, I have been screaming this for years and years and years. The number one lead source in this business is client referrals. So if you start taking care of your book like a pro, if you start having a virtual assistant, if you start having member services, if you start sending out surveys, if you start sending out handwritten cards, your book of business will start exploding, because your members are going to say, this guy knows what he's doing, or this gal knows what she's doing. I'm going to tell my neighbor about it. I'm going to tell my sister, my uncle, my cousin, my former roommate, whoever it is. They get excited because you're working that book of business. So yes, if there's anything you can do right now to grow, it would be this. It would be to tackle your book of business, get organized, and really take your game to the next level. These tools are mind-blowing to me. As I've heard it before, John, our partner in Arizona says, alien technology.
I'm sure I can picture that actually exactly from your experience. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So I'm glad that there's some excitement and some interest. We can get moving as fast as today for those that really want to get going, but we'll also have plenty more coming. I'm seeing some more questions. Florida Lisa, there is no fee to becoming contracted with us. A lot of that work is already done. So really, these services are just part of you continuing to write business and continuing to hold your contracts with us. Really, the only thing at cost for you there is if you like those business cards, but those are just and birthday cards, but those are totally optional. Yeah, and Gail, I'm sure there's plenty more questions. feel free to use Jonathan as an intermediary, but I can also provide my email too, Justin, if
Yeah, please.
you like.
Yeah, if they have questions,
Um,
absolutely.
you can reach out to our team at support@sparkadvisors.com. We do hold individual info and onboarding sessions. We have a whole events page that you can always jump in on. That'll be sort of held to our greater agent community. But we do have a lot in store for specifically you all as HPM agents to kind of give you as much information through the great support team system you have as well. But if you do have any questions about getting moving ASAP, you can email us at support@sparkadvisors.com.
Awesome. And in the Gold Key, we have under the Spark platform, we have John's contact information there too. So in case you don't snag it on the chat, we've got it there, along with his calendar, which he's brave enough to do so. But I will say this: at least get set up first, get rolling, and then if you have questions after the webinars, then go ahead and jump on John's calendar. He's a very busy guy. I don't want to swamp him with a bunch of calendar stuff, but he's super awesome, as you can tell, very accessible, and he really wants to help you grow. So this is a big lift for us at HPM. And just so you guys know, we're aligning with Spark. We've already aligned with Spark for United Healthcare. All of you should have new writing numbers. Melina, and we're going to be adding 2 additional carriers. One of them, I will tell you, is going to be very big. And it's going to be big news. So as soon as I confirm that, I'll let everyone know. The other one is Scan out in California. So our Cali folks, we've already got that ball rolling. So if you're writing Scan, we're going to get everybody moved over and aligned with Spark on Scan as well. Again, there's nothing you need to do on your side. We're just letting you know how these alignments go. The only heavy lifting that we had was United, because that was such a pain with the new writing numbers. But outside of that, Spark's been fantastic, super organized, and we've got what we need. So yeah, man, I'm really excited about this, because this is something like, you have no idea. John and I were literally building all of this, and then here you come and kick over our sandcastle.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. We're really excited.
Yeah, so are we. We just to share the sentiment, we've been admirers of a lot of things that you all are doing at HPM too. So we're really excited to start this partnership up.
Outstanding. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, again, for more information, you've got John's contact information there. We've got it at the in the Gold Key as well. So start using that Gold Key. It's got lots of great stuff in there, so you don't have to, chase us down. And then if you're ready to get started, shoot John Minotti an email, and then we'll get you everything that you need to get rolling. And then we'll go from there. So. John, I've got you later today. We're going to work on those webinars, and then we'll get them launched to the team, and hopefully that will get everyone really excited to see the vision that we've got here. So thank you very much for your time this morning. We really appreciate the short notice jumping in and talking with the team.
Thanks for having me, guys. Yeah, looking forward to getting started.
You got it, guys. Well, thank you guys for being on the call. And as you know, we are recording these. These are on YouTube. So if you need to reference this call back, it's going to live there. And we'll see you next Monday. Thanks for being on the call.